I'm sorry.
We need to agree on a plan. Camelot will soon realize that something is wrong.
Don't fret. The Dalriada value honor over life. And we gave you our word.
Aren't you aware that taking the temple was the worst possible idea? This will only quicken Camelot's intervention. If they send Galahad...
You'll treat him like any other enemy of the tribes. And taking control of the temple was inevitable.
Why? Because you don't like the All-Mother? Or was this meant to be a provocation to warrant Camelot's invasion?
We believe in the same goddess, but we call her Mirror.
That doesn't answer my question.
I thought I heard something. You must have a lot of courage to come all the way here. Before I kill you, tell me, how did you manage to do it? That would explain why there was no bloodshed. I appreciate it, friend of the Dalriada. Perhaps I won't even kill you. They call me One Eye. If you went to the trouble of coming all the way here, I guess you must be looking for me. Do the men of the Horns of the South, Master Commander? Are they yet again stumbling about like babes in the woods? And here I thought the keepers, all locked up in their keep, could at least hold on to just this piece of land, since they haven't been able to defend the entire area for a long time.
Oh, come off it. You don't need to rub it in our faces every chance you get. How many times have we talked about this, huh? Must be a week now, and you still feel the need to gloat. We have a guest. What brings you here? Feargas is a good lad, but he doesn't understand just how deep in shit the South is, or what needs to be done to dig ourselves out of it. I'm doing business, but we should start from the beginning. Who's asking? Let me think. You came in here like you own the place, you don't even introduce yourself, and you already want something from me. Brave? Or stupid? Because that's not how you do business. At least not with me. You don't look like any of our new recruits. I don't know yet, so I couldn't have chosen you to be a keeper, could I? That means you must have arrived while I was away, and you came all the way here? I have to admit, I'm impressed. So, with that out the way, what brings you here? Galahad! That madman's coming here. Damn it. I met him once. He's no knight. He's a butcher. Bloody windfucker will fly from Camelot to the Horns just to hang half the garrison for whatever he himself perceives as disobedience or treason. And I can assure you, there won't be any investigating when he arrives. Oh, well, I knew I couldn't deceive them forever. See? I told you that if he didn't leave the damn temple alone, there'd be trouble.
He's welcome to come here.
Oh, I can't take it anymore. Do you see what I have to deal with here? Don't tell me you're that naive. Do you know how he got the moniker The Pure? He somehow got it into his thick head that evil is rampant everywhere and that it's best to purify it with fire. So he goes around setting everything on fire. Sure, it's pure afterwards because there's nothing left. Well, apart from the ashes of burned corpses, obviously, but that's not something anyone in Camelot cares about, is it? My arse is purer than that fellow, even right after I take a huge dump.
I cannot wait.
See? Both of them are crazy, mad as coots. And unless one of them comes to his senses, the entire South will go up in flames. It will be purified, that's for sure. But I don't plan on dying for Camelot's moronic ideas. The captain of the Horns of the South should support his people. Of course, traditionally, it means supporting Camelot as well. But what difference does it make which banner flies on that keep of ours, eh? Maybe I don't have a very traditional approach to leadership like Fergus does, but everything I do is for the good of my men. Who do you think persuaded those Camelot snobs to finance the rebuilding of the lighthouse under the guise of restoring the splendor of the South? Me, of course, and I was using that money to stockpile our supplies and strengthen our defenses. I mean, who the hell needs a second lighthouse? Why was it built in the first place? If any northern nobles had ever deigned to move their asses to the south and think about it for 5 seconds, they'd have come up with it themselves, wouldn't they? I'm not sure if this is the right time and place for a lecture about the geopolitics of Avalon. What do you think? Striking a deal with the tribes is the only way for the Horns of the South to regain its former glory. With their fearless army and reserves of Weirdstone, combined with my business sense, we'll soon make the South independent of those leeches from the capital. If we allow the Del Rida tribes to settle in the South, they'll become a military force all of Avalon will have to reckon with. There will be no more bandits, no more crippling taxes for Camelot. People will be able to peacefully live out their days, no matter how many they have left. This is the only sensible solution. Only through an alliance with the tribes will we regain peace and independence. They'll take care of the fighting, and I'll deal with the economy. The people of the South will finally be safe. No more hunger, no more waiting for the lordships in Camelot to kindly turn their coiffed heads in our direction. No more of our blood spilled in raids by desperate bandits. But that's enough talking for now.
Tell him about the crypt.
Why?
Anyone who found a way to get through my men deserves to know. Some people are swayed by arguments, but others need something more tangible. Your vision alone wouldn't persuade any of my people to fight, but I just needed to show them the crypt, and I quickly understood who has always been the true enemy.
I don't really have a choice, do I? In the sunken village, you'll find the entrance to Seawald's crypt. Everyone knows the story about the bad druids who sealed and flooded the place, which is true, but only up to a point. Well, it just so happens that my companion here broke those old seals and replaced them with his own.
Take the sigil.
Behind the statue, you'll find a place where it fits. You'll see that the story is a little different from what we've been telling ourselves. And if that doesn't convince you that the foundations upon which Camelot were built are more the colour of shit than ivory, nothing ever will. You can get into bed with Galahad for all I care.
Go there. See it with your own eyes. Then, come back to us. I know we can count on your help.
With our initiative, hmm?
I am Seawolf Firstfoot, one who scouted the land before the traitor Arthur set foot on it. I was loyal. I was devoted. Arthur wanted more. Arthur betrayed me. Yes, it is my legacy. The Jewel of the South, the safe haven of honorable men. I've been here for so long, it doesn't matter anymore. We're stuck here, me and my men, between life and death. You can't free me through death. Many have tried. Yes, and grant death to all of my loyal soldiers. If you ever find a way, come to us. Grant us the mercy of death. The Dalriata promised me revenge. They understand what happened here. Everyone who comes here has the right to ask. I was the most loyal of Arthur's men. I was the first to go ashore and take on any danger that might arise in this new and unfamiliar land. Then came the war. I fought by his side, shielded him with my own body. I trusted him, but Arthur wanted more. Arthur longed to possess a power equal to that of our enemies. So Merlin decided our king must first become immortal. Only then could he achieve greatness. But Merlin needed volunteers. Trusted people to go first and make sure that his methods were effective. So we wouldn't risk Arthur's life in trying to grant him immortality. They thought I had died, so they buried me. Arthur's greed and Merlin's obsession made me what I am now. Arthur should have made sure. They thought I was dead, but I heard everything. I know there were others after me. I know that the king didn't hesitate to do anything to achieve his goal. He experimented on all the knights, abusing their oath. He told them it was for the greater good. Their lives, our lives, meant nothing to him. Then, he revealed what he really wanted to become. He tried to become one of them. He sacrificed the lives of the noblest of men, and this is the greatest possible betrayal. We cannot be helped, and we cannot be killed. The Dalriata promised to burn down Camelot, avenge the memory of all my brothers. Camelot was built on betrayal. People have the right to live in truth. When Camelot falls, we will finally be free. Build a new world. Let the dead leave this one. When Camelot falls, we will finally be free.
So, what do you think? Yes, it's all a facade, and it's just seed land. The lands they must be hiding. There's no point in invoking tradition any longer, because it's worth shit. The only thing that matters is safety and loyalty towards the one who can provide it. Now I'd say it looks like someone needs to die. And somehow, you unwittingly became the most important person in the region because your decision will change how the entire situation unfolds. Galahad needs to die, of course. That will solve some of our problems. We'll say he got himself into trouble, and then we'll sweep the entire matter under the rug. We'll be able to continue our talks with the tribes. By the time someone in Camelot finally gets off their ass and comes to investigate what's happening here, it'll be too late. Why are you acting so surprised? It's either him or us. Huh? If we allow him to nose around here, he'll quickly find out about their plan for advancing the south. And if he does find out, I promise I'll drag you down with me. I mean, you are a friend of the Del Rida, aren't you? I doubt there is any other way that wouldn't result in a full-blown war between Camelot and the tribes. And without half our garrison ended up burnt or on the stake for treason, some other nonsense. Meanwhile, I can't afford to target any of them myself, or it will complicate the situation even further. As you see, you're the only one that can do it, so I leave the choice to you. Dozens of the best Del Rita warriors are holding the temple.
I'm sure that when Galahad arrives, we will be able to defeat them together. I know it won't be easy, but it is the only way.
Can't you see that One Eye will stop at nothing to destroy Camelot and all its representatives, including us?
I wouldn't expect anything else from that bunch of savages. What they consider their greatest power is, in fact, their greatest weakness. Their blind fury is no match for the tactics of Camelot's army.
What bloody tactics? What are you on about? It's like talking to a bloody wall. You're here. Finally. Tell me you have good news. I'm gonna lose it.
What?
Phew. One less thing to worry about.
Traitor! You are both traitors!
Fergus, calm down. For obvious reasons, I couldn't tell you anything about this, and judging by your reaction, I were right. You have to understand, it were the only reasonable solution to the situation we're in.
Reasonable? No reason could excuse such treachery.
Not even a full-blown war between Camelot and the tribes unfolding on our territory, in the haze of the weirdness as well.
Camelot is our sovereign. Sovereigns don't betray their subjects, and the subjects shouldn't betray their sovereigns. We have served Camelot since the foundation of the Horns of the South. If we are to fall, we should fall under Camelot's banner.
Please, just stop that drivel. Camelot decided we can't handle our orders. And we can't, because instead of sending us decent recruits, they send drunkards, scum, and thieves. Anyone who are left in the villages after the army has already taken the ones who are any use. And what do Camelot do? They send the butcher to motivate us. And how does Galahad motivate people?
But...
Do you really want people to burn on the stake because their boots weren't shiny enough, do you?
I won't listen to this anymore.
That wasn't so bad. He feels slighted, and we need to give him time to think it over, but I'm sure he'll eventually understand. Thank you for the help. Without you, this could have ended tragically. Now, I have to figure out how to deal with the tribes, but in a way that works for us. And I have to explain all of this to my men. I don't know which of those things will be more difficult, to be honest. An honest matter. What do you need? Ah, right. See, the problem with Excalibur, or indeed any of King Arthur's blades, is that you need to prove you're worthy of wielding it. How are you supposed to do that? Hell knows. But if the pin that secured your entry to the Horns has led you here, I think I know what the one who gave it to you might have been thinking. You see, there are many different legends. According to one of them, there are a few places on Avalon where you can prove yourself worthy, whatever that means. And one of those places, as you can probably guess, is nearby. Have you seen the old gong in the sunken village? Well, many years ago, when people still went to the woods for a shit instead of using a privy, it was part of a certain ritual. Only the people who passed the ritual could become keepers. Well, none of the living keepers were recruited that way, so we don't really know what happens during the ritual. That's why Galahad now appoints keepers and the captain chooses them. It's just safer that way. I only know that you need to sound the gong and then lie down to sleep at its base. If you wake up, I mean, when you wake up again in the morning, you'll know you've been deemed worthy. Unfortunately, the gong is broken, so first you'll need to find a way to fix it. And since it's made of weird steel, that's not going to be easy, is it? Fortunately, Osprey should be able to help you. A little bird told me he likes to play with weird steel when nobody's looking. Just tell him I sent you, and he won't give you any trouble. Well, I'm not going to lie. From what I've heard, many people never woke up. They fell into eternal slumber, so well, that's why we abandoned the tradition. And those who woke up were changed, and none of them ever wanted to say exactly what happened there. Then you'll have to find someone smarter than me, because I already told you everything I know. Of course, they tried. It turns out that the keepers who passed the ritual could hold it longer than anyone else. Maybe it'll be enough for what you need, and maybe something entirely different will happen. It's your risk and your decision. Go, and may the southern wind be in your favor. If you need anything from the old captain, you know where to find me.
Why would you want to fix it? Do you even know what it is? Take some advice from an old man. There's a giant ancient statue that somebody tried to turn to dust. He must have had a good reason for it. Well, you put it that way, then I suppose I have to tell you the truth. Otherwise, the terror from the sea will bite me in the ass while I bathe. I can fix it. You just have to bring me what remains of that monstrosity and some weirdstone. The problem is that there was only one source of weirdstone in the south, a great mine. But since the entrance collapsed, well, it looks like you're out of luck. How did you... Oh, forget it. I don't even want to know. Just give me a moment. Here. That should do it. Do whatever you need to, if you're really sure about this. But please try to come back alive. I have nothing to tell you. I could try to talk you out of it, but I guess that wouldn't work.
dares disturb my peace? You made an oath never to summon me again. Oh, I was not expecting to see you again. Not so soon, at least. Welcome, old friend.
Easy, my ally. Let me talk to him.
I assume you came for what you entrusted me with last time.
I can see that you know me, but I am a mere shadow of my true self. I don't remember you, Lord of the Seas. Forgive me.
That's what you told me, my friend. When we next see each other, you will not remember me. But you are here now. The will and the power led you back to this place. Tell me, are you worthy of retrieving what you left under my protection?
Lord of the Seas, to be worthy, I must become whole. I will humbly accept your judgment.
That's what I wanted to hear. Take the sword. Remember.
Finally, I can see through the mist. Yes, I know who I am. I know what must be done. I am Arthur Pendragon, the once and future king. I am the one who brought people to Avalon. I am the one responsible for their fate. I will once more be their salvation. Caradoc. I know this name, but my memories are still clouded. It rings hollow, like an echo. I am not yet fully myself. You have found but a part of me. And I have seen what you have seen. Pain, struggle, desperation. Once, the people of this land trusted me. It is my responsibility to reward this trust and to safeguard the future of Avalon. Now I understand what was burning so hot inside me I need to save this realm. But I need your help, my friend. Will you lend me your strength once more? I am sorry, but I cannot. Avalon needs me. It needs us. Only together can we find all the fragments of my soul. Only together can we save this island. I will not let all those past sacrifices go to waste. You must join me, or you will die. If you die, my soul will just move into somebody else. Your sacrifice will change nothing. Don't do it. Together, we could do so much good. As you wish.